Hey everyone, this is Brandy. I wanted to show you guys how to create a vignette on your photos in Photoshop. You can use any Photoshop, I believe. I am personally using Photoshop CC, and you can also use Photoshop Elements. So yeah, this tutorial is kind of for everyone except for the Lightroom users, of course, but I'll have a separate tutorial on how to do a vignette in Lightroom. So let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a blank layer. So to do so, I'm going to click this page down here, and there's my blank layer. And now I'm going to select M for my marquee tool. And this is the marquee tool. You can select M or just go up and click it. But I'm going to right click and select elliptical. You can use rectangular. I normally use rectangular for most images, but for this one, I want the circular one. So now you want to put your feathering at about, I'm going to put mine at 60%, but depending on what you're trying to accomplish, you can put it on whatever number you like. I just want you guys to know that the feathering is going to make the vignette softer. So the higher the number for your feathering, the more soft it's going to be, and the smaller the number, the more crisp and hard that feathering is going to be. So I personally believe that the higher the number, the softer it is, the better it is. But it's all up to you. Make sure your style is at normal. And now we're just going to click and drag the circle around the subject, which is my little puppy here. So I'm going to put it about right there. Okay, so now we want to right click and we want to select the inverse. And what that does is it selects everything around your subject. That way we won't be applying our vignette onto our subject. So it's just going to select the corners practically. Everything outside, but yeah. So now we're going to go up here and select curves. And I'm just going to take it down a tad. About right there's good. I don't know if you guys can see that. And you can lower your opacity. I'm going to lower mine just a tad. And to prevent banding, I'm not sure if you guys can see it in this image, but I have quite a bit of banding. I'm going to apply a Gaussian blur to this layer mask. So to do so, you go up here to Filter, oops, Blur, Gaussian blur, and you probably just saw it change because I already have it set to 123. So it softens your vignette a little bit more, and it also takes away most of the banding that comes from vignetting your images. So about right there is good for me. So I'm going to look at before, after. That's pretty good. I'm not sure if you guys can see what's going on here, but it works. Make sure you give it a try. Okay, so if you ever want to make this effect a little bit more intense, you can click Ctrl-J on your keyboard to duplicate this layer, and it'll darken it quite a bit. You can still go and lower the opacity if you like, or instead of duplicating the layer, you can even go here to your blending mode and change your blending to multiply, and it does practically the same thing. And again, you can lower the opacity. So I'm going to put mine out there. So yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. Again, this is something anyone can do. You don't have to be Photoshop savvy to accomplish this. It's pretty easy to do. And yeah, so if you guys have any questions or comments, feel free to leave a comment below and I'll get back to you. And as always, please like and subscribe for my future videos. Thanks guys. Bye.